Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, hi, my name's Jack, it's nice to meet you. If you are new, this is probably the perfect video for you. Today's video, I'm going to be doing a Q&A style of video. I asked you all over on my Instagram for some questions, and I'm basically just going to sit here, we're going to have a little chat, and yeah. The last Q&A video that I actually done was about 2 years ago, so I did feel like it was time to put a little update on there. So how are you genuinely? I'm actually okay at the minute. Like, I wouldn't necessarily say I'm really happy, but I wouldn't necessarily say I'm really sad. I feel like I'm just kind of getting on with life. Like, I'd say I'm in like a really comfortable stage with like my emotions at the moment, so I wouldn't necessarily say I'm either. But yeah, like as in today, like I'm fine. Which goes on to the next question, how do you find living alone? To be honest, I knew I would be fine living alone. Like, I'm the kind of person that like enjoys my own company. I go off the radar a little bit, especially with my friends. Like, I really just like my own space, so I really didn't see me living alone being an issue at all. I mean, don't get us wrong, like it does get lonely and stuff. Like, I've never really lived on my own, and I've been living here for about 2 months now, maybe 3. I feel like it's been about 2 or 3 months, so not very long, so I'm still quite like fresh to the whole thing. But like so far I'm loving it. Like, I love my own space, and it's nice because I'm on my own terms as well when I'm living alone. Like, I'm not on anyone else's schedule, or like if I want to go somewhere, I can go somewhere, or like if I want to leave the house, I can go to the shop. If I want to go out, I can go out. Like, I don't have to tell anyone where I'm going, so I can just kind of get on with it. I can't even speak. So I can kind of just get on with it in that aspect. Like, don't get me wrong, living on your own, sometimes it can be quite daunting, and it's you by yourself pretty much 24/7 unless you go to work and stuff, which to be honest like helps me a lot. Like, if I'm going to work, I'm not here, so I'm only really here like on a night time or on a weekend or when I'm actually off work, so it's like a nice balance. So yeah, like I would say like I'm pretty comfortable now living on my own, and I'm loving it. Do you have any tattoos? I actually don't. I don't have any tattoos. I've got one piercing, which is my nose piercing. So there. I got that done, I think about 4 years ago now, maybe 4 or 5 years ago. And I remember I got it done when I was 18. So that would have been like 4 or 5 years ago. But no, like I've never wanted a tattoo. I've never really, I don't think a tattoo would suit me, and I'm quite indecisive, so if it came to actually choosing a tattoo, I wouldn't be able to decide. So I've just sort of stuck away from it. And I think the thought of having something on my body for the rest of my life, like yeah, you can get like laser hair removal and stuff, but you can get laser tattoo removal and stuff, but nah, like it's just, I've never wanted to get like something printed on my body. It's just not my vibe. It's just never been my thing.
It's just never been my thing. Not into it.
Piercings wise though, not that anyone's asking, I am debating getting something on my ear maybe. I did used to have up here, I don't know what you call it here, but I had here pierced a few years ago, and it was fine, but then it got like really infected, so I had to like, this is gonna sound horrible, but I had to pull the full thing out my ear because it was just so painful. But I did like that. I used to have like a little stud at the top of there. I do actually wear like ear cuffs now, which is just like, it looks like a piercing but it's kind of fake. So I've got some of those. Well, I don't know why I was looking down there to see if I like had any on us, because I obviously don't. But like if I'm going out somewhere, then I'll just put like an ear cuff on sometimes. Oh, a bit gassy. But yeah, as for tattoos, I've got no plans to get any anytime soon. Coffee or tea? I would definitely say I'm a coffee person. I don't drink tea. I've got tea in my kitchen for when people come over who drink tea, but I never drink it, to be honest. It's not something I'll touch. Which goes on to my next question of what is your Starbucks order? I feel like everyone always has these really complicated orders whenever like I watch people's Q&A videos. For me, I'm quite simple, so I'll get a iced latte with soya milk, and I'll add caramel in it sometimes, or sometimes I'll just have it on its own. It depends what kind of mood I'm in. But I can just drink coffee on its own. How old are you? So I am 20, I had to think about that there. I am 23, just turned 23 in April. My birthday is on the 19th of April, if you want to know. I was born in 1999. I'm an Aries. And yeah. Okay, so I've got two of the same questions here. So one of them is, are you dating? And the next one is, are you looking for a relationship? So I'm just going to answer them in one. I am not dating at the moment, no. I've never had a boyfriend. Not that I haven't wanted one, it just like sort of hasn't happened. I've not met like the right person for me. To be honest, I'm happy being single at the moment. If I met someone and they came along and they wanted to sort of fit into my life, then fair enough. But I'm not looking for someone to complete me as a person, if that makes sense. But to sum all that up, I'm not dating and I am not looking for a relationship. If it happens, it happens. What is something you want to improve on? So I was actually thinking about this the other day. I feel like within the past few years, I've become very closed off as a person. Whether that be towards like friends or family, like I'm not as sociable as I used to be. And I don't really know why, to be honest. I think I think COVID had a lot to do with it, where like we obviously just weren't doing anything. So I've just kind of like came into my own shell a little bit. I think my issue is, right, I'm the kind of person who on a Friday or a Saturday night, I will sit and moan about how I've got no plans or I've got no friends, but then I don't do anything to help myself. Like I push people away, I don't go out my way to like message people, and like that is one of my toxic traits, like which I'm trying to fix. And I have recently, I've started like reaching out to people, being like, do you want to get a coffee, do you want to go out? Like I'm trying to get better, but I would definitely say that is something I'm trying to improve on, is to be more sociable this year. It's a work in progress. What is the most embarrassing memory from school? There's one memory that really does stick out, and this is when I think I was in like year 10 or 11, and it was like coming to like the end of like school or whatever, and like I just had this mindset of like where I just became really sassy and I didn't really care. I was in my sassy era, and I was just sort of like didn't really care what people had to say. I was just doing me. And I remember I think it was in like, we started having like PHSE lessons, and this was when like my Kardashian obsession started. And I remember I would cross out my name on like my planner, on all my school books, like for the last 2 years of school, and I would put like Jack Kardashian on them. Like it actually makes us cringe so much, but I used to just cross out the names, and that's the name that I went by. And do you know what it is? Like the teachers didn't say a thing. Like nobody said anything. I mean, it wasn't embarrassing at the time, but like looking back, I'm like, I'm cringing a little bit at myself. But yeah, I would say that's one that like really sticks out. Which movie did you watch last? Just slap my leg. So the last movie I watched was Bohemian Rhapsody on Netflix. Such a good film. Unreal. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. Any holidays planned or festivals this summer? So I'm not going on holiday, unfortunately. Everything's just so expensive at the minute. Like now I'm like living here on my own, and like I've got to pay everything myself. Like a holiday is just not justifiable at the moment. But in regards to festivals, what I'm about to say is probably going to be quite controversial. But like I don't get festivals. Like I don't get the hype. I honestly don't get it. Like the day festivals, I can sort of, like Parklife and stuff, I could probably see myself going to. I nearly went to Parklife, I think it was last year. Was it last year? I think it was last year, but I just didn't go. And I'm glad I didn't actually, because I heard it was an absolute shit show, like of an organising. But yeah, like these camping festivals where you're like camping in the field for like 3 days, you know, having showers, and you just like, nah, I just don't get it. Like I honestly don't get it. Like cream fields and stuff, like, do you know what it is? Maybe when I was 18 or 19, like maybe that would have been the vibe, but I'm like 23 now. Like I don't really want to be in a muddy field. I'm sorry, I don't get it. I'm the kind of person, like my social timer runs out, so if I'm over a situation, I'm over it, I want to leave. Whereas I would find it really hard to be somewhere for 3 days and not go anywhere except like the tent I was staying in. I've never been a fan of camping, so that's probably why. Like, I know you can obviously shower there and stuff, but from what I've heard, it's just not a nice experience. So no, I don't do festivals. I prefer like day things. I went to like Manchester Pride once. That was like an alright festival. But yeah, apart from that, like, it's just not my thing. I'd rather like go out, or like I say, go to like a day rave and then come back. Like, I don't want to be stuck somewhere for too long. What's your favourite drink? So if we're talking in terms of normal, like everyday drinks, I like Coke Zero, or, well, I've got Diet Coke today because the shop next to me didn't have any Coke Zero. So if I'm going out, I like lager, or I'm not really like into cocktails as much. Like fruity cocktails I don't really like, but I like espresso martini or vodka martini, or like a mojito, like something that's not like fruity. I could drink, but cocktails I don't really do them, to be honest. Or like I like vodka and Coke, which everyone judges me for, but I think it's just because I drink Coke pretty much on a daily. So to me, like, it just tastes like Coke. Like, I don't even taste the vodka, so I get drunk quicker. So I feel like I'm winning on that one. What else do I like? Oh, and I like white wine as well. Yeah, that's pretty much the drinks that I drink, apart from water obviously as well. What are your predictions for season 2 of the Kardashians? So my predictions for season 2 is we find out Kylie Jenner's baby name. I feel like, or we get to know like sort of the tea behind that, which I'm excited for. I have a feeling Pete's gonna make an appearance, and I also think we find out about Chloe's surrogate baby situation, because it's just came out in the press that she's having another baby. No comment. Yeah, that's like my predictions. I'm so excited. What's your favourite food? So my favourite food has got to be pizza all day long. Favourite artist? So again, I'm quite weird with this one. I don't really have favourites when it comes to music. I just have like favourite genres. I don't really look up to an artist the way some people would. I just have like favourite genres of music. So I'd say like my favourite genres are probably like house music. Everybody I think knows I like R&B, I love hip hop, but I also love indie music, and I don't think a lot of people would think that, but I do. But yeah, like artist wise, like I don't have like a favourite. Do you like cold or warm weather better? I definitely prefer the warm weather. It's like 20 degrees outside at the moment, absolutely loving life. I feel like anyone who prefers the cold is weird. What is your favourite social media app? So my can't even speak. My favourite social media app has got to be probably Instagram, and then TikTok. I'm quite old school like that. Who do you look at for outfit inspo? So majority of the time I just look on Instagram, at what people are wearing on there, kind of thing. I don't really have like a style icon that I look up to as such. Where are you from? I always get like confused when people ask this, like what are you meant to say? Is it like where you're from originally, or like where you live now? I'm just going to give you a bit of context. So I'm from Newcastle, that's where I live currently. I was born in Gateshead, and I lived in Gateshead for a bit. Then in like year 2 I moved to Jarrow, and I lived there for a bit until I was like 18, and then I moved out, and then I moved into like central Newcastle. So all these places are like pretty close together. It's all in like the same area of the UK. But yeah, I've always lived in the northeast. I absolutely love it. I think it's the best place on earth. And yeah, up the tune. Have you got a Be Real? I don't have a Be Real. I probably won't be getting it either. I don't really get it. I don't understand, like, I mean, I get what the concept, obviously, but I just feel like there's too many apps on my phone at the minute. Like, I've recently just deleted Twitter. I've got rid of Twitter. I feel like Twitter's quite a negative platform, like with everyone's opinions. So I've just got rid of that, and I didn't really tweet anymore. I feel like Twitter's went downhill a little bit. So I got rid of that. And yeah, I'm probably not looking to get any more social medias. If you are wanting to follow me on all the social medias, then it's YouTube, Instagram and TikTok. I think that's them all. Yeah, so YouTube, Instagram and TikTok. All the links for my social medias are down below. What is your favourite colour? So if you really want to know, my favourite colour is in fact purple, which is what I'm wearing. Well, this is more like a lilac, but that's like probably my favourite colour. I just feel like it's such an underrated colour. I feel like purple's such a vibe, and you don't really see that many purple clothes out there really, so that's why I like to wear it. A lot of people would have thought my favourite colour was black. That's probably like my second favourite colour. I love black clothes, like it's always been my thing. But I would say overall, like purple, I absolutely love. Okay, I'm gonna quickly wrap this up because my camera is flashing red. Are you gonna be posting more consistently? Yes, I actually am. So I'm gonna try and continue on a Sunday every week. It's just really hard with work at the moment. Work's been so busy. But I'm off for 2 weeks, so I'm gonna film some videos and I've got some exciting ideas coming up as well. So yeah, stay tuned for that. I promise I'll be better. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you are new here, please hit the subscribe button. It would mean the world. We've finally hit 300, so I'm buzzing. Let's hit 400. Let's just keep going up and up and up. If you haven't already, also follow me on Instagram. I'll leave my @ here. It's just I am Jack Watson. And yeah, I hope you've kind of got to know me more in this video. And yeah, if you want to see another one in the future, let me know. Thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.